Hey guys, welcome to another Porch Talk. I am your Dane County Supervisor, Rick Rose. We are live in the heart of District 16, and we have a very special guest today. Hey Laura, how's it feel to be on a porch on a beautiful day like this?
Wonderful. I love it here. Your porch is an oasis in and of itself. Invite
Well,
me back, please.
Thank you. Are you a good plant person? I mean, do you enjoy plants?
I try, yeah, and especially through my role with the county, I've really grown to appreciate the benefit of native plants. So that's what I've been focusing on at my house. It's a work in progress, so I don't have it nailed. I think people expect, like, oh, you're an expert, I don't want to talk to you. It's like, I'm not an expert either. You just try things, and then eventually, some of it survives and some of it doesn't, but it's great to see your garden. And
Well, thank you. Yeah, and I give you a lot of credit. I know Joe Parisi, the Dane County, the head of Dane County, said to me also that he enjoys native plants, and, which is a big part of Madison. Now, you're probably wondering who Laura is. You just walk up. So Laura indicated that she's connected to the county, and plants are kind of something she specializes in as well. Laura is the director of the Land and Water Resource Department.
correct, you got it.
Did I nail it?
Yeah, good work.
Good. I'm becoming a good supervisor. So what does that mean? That's a lot. There's a lot of land. There's a lot of water in Dane County. So what does it mean specifically, what you do?
Yeah, good question, because we are a big department. So in 2005, the county said, hey, we have a lot of agencies and departments that all deal with natural resources, and a lot of these issues are all connected. So rather than having these siloed departments, let's create a land and water department.
Cool.
So that we can kind of have a lot of connection between our related program areas. So our department administers the county's stormwater and erosion control ordinances. So when new development's going in throughout the county, we have an even playing field on what the goals are to make sure that we're dealing with the erosion that occurs during construction, and then management of the stormwater after construction.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we want to make sure the water coming off of development is clean, and that we're managing the volume and not pushing water too quickly through the watershed. So we've got that going on. We have our land conservation division, where we work with rural property owners and agricultural producers, otherwise known as farmers, on conservation practices. So how are they managing their fields? Do we have the right nutrient applications? Can we provide assistance on what's happening with their manure? Can we make sure that the nutrients and the manure stay where we need them
nice.
in the crop fields,
Yeah.
and not running off into our waters? We have lake management, so we oversee DNR operating orders for lake levels on the Madison chain, and then we do aquatic plant harvesting as part of that. And then we have the whole Dane County Park System, which is an amazing county park system. We have got about 17,000 acres throughout the county that we manage for the public to use and enjoy. So we've got all sorts of recreational things happening, and then we have amazing resource protection happening on those lands. So your park system is not only letting you get outside to bike, hike, camp, disc golf, whatever it is, but we're also providing habitat. We've got native plants, we've got pollinators work occurring, and so those lands are providing services to all of us, whether or not you're using them for recreation.
That's interesting, and you mentioned that. When I've gone to the county parks in Dayton, I've had my fair share of county parks, having lived across the U.S., but I really do find that there's a little bit of something for everyone. You may be out playing, golf like you mentioned, but you maybe just want to take a casual stroll because you have a knee injury or something, and
That's
then
right.
you may want to aggressively run and see the rest of the terrain. Now, you came from a county park, or you kind of came from that world, right?
Yeah, that's right. My first job with the county was as an intern for the park system, and so I'm certainly passionate about it. And you're absolutely right, Rick. Our goal is that we want to offer something for everyone, and we want you to know, whether you're in the city of Madison, the town of Perry, the town of Burke, wherever, village of Wanakee, that there's county land that we've tried to provide that's close to you and has a diversity of offerings at it, regardless of what your ability level is.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about accessibility. It's often that I work in television. It's often like, well, let's plan this accessibility episode or something, but we don't have to do that anymore. The reality is it should just be part of
That's
the total
right.
picture.
Baked in.
Exactly, and I really appreciate. And let's touch on the county parks. Then I do want to circle around with our limited time here to talk, and I really appreciate you joining me. but to talk about our water resources, because that is a big part. But I have to take a moment to pause and say, you know what I love about what you just described is, sitting here in District 16, we are in Burke, we are in Madison, we are in Sun Prairie. And there are people I've heard say like, oh, if you're moving to Dane County, you better be liking city life and you better be liking development, which is a big part of who we are, growing like we're growing. But there's some people that have to work these jobs, or there are some people that choose to be here for work, but still love, this other part of it, the green that's around us. And and for me, that was a big tenet of deciding to step onto the board, is the preservation and the sustainable use of land no matter what. So I'm very grateful to have you on the porch with similar beliefs like that. So you mentioned disc golf. So there's some good stuff going on with that right now in the county parks.
Absolutely. We've got great disc golf courses. In fact, the Women's National Championship is going to be at Token Creek County
Come
Park.
on.
Yeah,
Just
early
right up that
July.
way. Wow, I didn't know that.
Check that out.
That's
That's
cool.
going to be really cool. We have our dog parks, incredibly popular, 8 of them throughout the county. We just opened our newest one at Anderson Farm County Park in the town of Oregon, just south of the village. We've got 5 campgrounds located throughout the county, miles and miles of bike trails. So yeah, this is our busy season. We're so excited to see people out and about. We've definitely noticed that the increased usership from the pandemic has sustained itself.
Nice,
so
that's
we
nice.
feel like people discovered us and now realize like, oh yeah, that land I always kind of knew about. Now I realize like that's a county park.
That's so cool.
And I can go there, and I can go there for free. Like a big part of our mission is to make sure that these resources are accessible to everyone, both from the physical perspective, but also financial. So we're always conscious of that. It's also beach season, so you mentioned water
let's
resources.
hit that. Yeah.
So we do a lot in the summer, well, year round really, to make sure that the water in the Dane County area is clean and that we're managing the volume as well. Those are really the 2 issues we have: how much water, and we're really water rich here in Dane County.
We're fortunate.
We're fortunate. I
Yep.
mean, I do think it's better. I know we've had some challenges with flooding, but if you compare that to what you see out west, I think
Or
we're
down
really
south
lucky.
or anywhere,
Yeah,
we sure are.
We have a lot, and then we want to make sure it's clean, and so we do a lot to make sure, whether it's in the city or in the towns, that we're helping keep water clean. When we have excess nutrients in the water, we're dredging to take that out. That's our legacy sediment or suck the muck project. We're also dredging in the Yahar River right now to help manage water flows through the chain. We've got our aquatic plant harvesting happening on the Madison chain to remove excess aquatic plants, and that's a really delicate balancing act. A lot of those plants are natives. I think some people assume that we're just taking weeds.
Right.
But they're native plants, and we need and want some of those plants. Fish rely on them for habitat. Other aquatic life relies on them. So we need to balance these competing interests. And of course, it's beach season.
Right, and we have some big news about treatment center area.
Right.
Yeah, talk about that.
So, right now, Madison and Dane County in general, we're so focused on like, is the water clean? And we're working on it.
Yeah.
But we, in the meantime, have made sure that people can get out and safely enjoy our lakes, and we've installed our clean beach treatment system. So if you visit us at Goodland County Park in the town of Dunn, or
Warner Beach
in the city of Madison, or Mendota County Park in town of Westport, just outside of Middleton, we have installed clean beach treatment systems. So we are filtering that water. We have an enclosure. We are filtering that
awesome.
water. We're keeping the sand free of not only weeds, but whatever geese and other animals leave behind. And that's an experience you can have regardless of what's happening in the lakes.
I love it.
And so we really want to promote that these beaches are available at Mendota, Goodland, and Warner, thanks to the investment the county made in the clean beach treatment system.
And I love the partnerships that we face between Madison and the county too. Seeing that relationship really is dear to me too, because so much of Dane, what I love what you're saying, Laura, so much of Dane County is the city of Madison, but there's all these other little areas we've mentioned that comprise a beautiful county that is rich in land and rich in lakes, and I'm grateful for the work you do. How can people learn more or interact with your department? Because a big part of what Lauren and I were talking about in the green room, so to speak, before we started, was about transparency, and just whether you're a director of a department like Laura or others you'll meet on the show, or myself as a supervisor, we're just real people, and we want to interact, because that's the beauty of local government, is to be there for your everyday life. So how can people reach out to you the easiest?
Well, we make sure that our website is current, and one thing I harp on with my staff is I want our website to be a resource for the public and our own staff. So it's not like we have these secret records over
Love
here.
it. Love
and then
it.
It's like if it's a document, put it on our website.
Love it.
If we need to inform people, put it on the website. So our website is robust. We also have a series of newsletters that we publish. We just came out with our most recent edition of the Dane County Parks.
I got mine this morning, guys, and there's some cool stuff in there.
Yes, it's absolutely. So you can go to our website and sign up for those for free. Just go to Contact Us, and you have an option to sign up for newsletters. If this is confusing, you can't find it, email me, Hicklin, HICKLIN Laura@countyofdane.com, and we're accessible. So we want people to call, email, check out our website, and there is just a wealth of information there. But definitely sign up for our newsletters. That's an awesome way to stay informed.
That's awesome, and respectfully, I mean, here you are, someone's sharing their website with you and their email with you guys to say, hey, just come to me if you have questions. Laura, you've always been responsive to me as well. One last thing I love is the surveying you guys do. You're continually seeking public comment back and incorporate that into the work you do. So I want to say I appreciate that as well.
Yeah, well, we learn from the feedback, and as you said, we're regular people. We're always learning, right? And we want to be available, and we recognize that we don't always have the answers, and that the answers or the programs we create are better informed if we hear from our residents. So we love to hear from you. So reach out, please.
Reach out, Laura. Thanks for joining me. Thank you all for joining me, and we'll see you next time.